Hello, young explorers. Welcome to a journey through time, where we'll uncover the magic and wonder of a pivotal era in human history. Imagine a world awakening after a long sleep, a world where the first light of dawn brings with it a sense of endless possibilities. That's what happened in Europe about 600 years ago, a time when the continent began to stir from its medieval slumber. We call it the Renaissance, a French word meaning rebirth. It was a period of profound cultural, artistic, and intellectual revival. It was like someone had turned on a bright light after centuries of darkness, illuminating the path to new discoveries and ideas. The Renaissance started in Italy, a land bathed in sunshine and steeped in history, where ancient ruins whispered tales of past glories. This period, from roughly the 14th to the 16th centuries, wasn't just about waking up. It was about rediscovering the wonders of ancient Greece and Rome and reinterpreting them for a new age. Imagine cities buzzing with new ideas, artists creating masterpieces that would stand the test of time, and scholars digging into forgotten texts to uncover ancient wisdom. This wasn't just a change, it was a transformation that touched every part of life, from the way people thought to the way they expressed themselves. And at the heart of this incredible period was a vibrant spirit of creativity, a thirst for knowledge and a belief in the potential of every human being to achieve greatness. So join me on a journey back in time to Renaissance Italy, where we'll explore a world bursting with color, innovation, and the boundless possibilities of the human spirit. We'll walk the same streets as legendary artists and thinkers. Our adventure begins in the bustling city-states of Italy, places like Florence, Venice, and Rome. These cities were the beating heart of the Renaissance, each with its own unique contributions to the era. These cities weren't just centers of trade, they were crucibles of creativity where artists, thinkers, and patrons came together to forge a new era. Patrons like the Medici family in Florence played a crucial role in supporting the arts and sciences. Get ready to be amazed by the ingenuity, the artistry, and the sheer human brilliance of the Italian Renaissance. From the breathtaking frescoes of Michelangelo to the scientific sketches of Leonardo da Vinci, every corner of this period is filled with wonders waiting to be discovered. Picture the bustling markets, the lively street performers, and the grand celebrations that filled the streets with joy and excitement. The Renaissance was not just an era of great minds, but also of vibrant communities and lively public life. Libraries and universities flourished, becoming centers of learning and debate. Scholars from all over Europe traveled to Italy to study and share their knowledge, creating a melting pot of ideas and cultures. The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg in the mid-15th century revolutionized the spread of knowledge, making books more accessible and allowing ideas to travel faster than ever before. Scientific instruments were refined, and explorers set sail to discover new lands, driven by the same spirit of curiosity and adventure that defined the Renaissance. Architectural and engineering marvels rose from the ground, showcasing the incredible advancements in design and construction techniques. Buildings like the Florence Cathedral and St. Peter's Basilica stand as testaments to the era's ingenuity. Cultural festivals and celebrations were a common sight, reflecting the joy and exuberance of a society that was rediscovering the beauty of life and the world around them. The legacy of the Renaissance continues to inspire us today, reminding us of the power of human creativity and the endless possibilities that lie ahead when we dare to dream and explore. As the sun sets on our journey through Renaissance Italy, remember that this was a time when the world was truly reborn and the spirit of wonder and discovery was rekindled in the hearts of people everywhere. So look up at the stars tonight and think of the countless explorers, artists, and thinkers who gazed at the same sky, dreaming of a brighter future. The Renaissance was just the beginning, and its spirit lives on in each of us. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep the spirit of the Renaissance alive in your heart. Now picture Italy not as one country, but as a patchwork of independent city-states, each with its own ruler, laws, and ambitions. These weren't sleepy little towns, they were dynamic centers of power, buzzing with activity and ambition. Think of them like mini-countries, each vying for wealth and influence. Among these, Florence, Venice and Rome stood out as shining examples of Renaissance energy and achievement. Florence, nestled in the heart of Tuscany, was a republic ruled by powerful families like the Medici. Venice, known as La Serenissima, the most serene republic, thrived on its maritime trade routes connecting the east and west. And then there was Rome, the eternal city, home to the Pope and the center of the Catholic Church. Each city-state had its own specialty. Florence was known for its textiles and banking, Venice for its shipbuilding and glass-making, and Rome for its religious significance and artistic patronage. This fierce independence and rivalry fueled a spirit of competition, pushing each city-state to outdo the others in art, architecture, and scholarship. And this, my friends, is the fertile ground from which the Renaissance blossomed. Now let's talk about trade. Imagine ships laden with exotic spices, luxurious silks, and precious jewels arriving from distant lands. These ships were the lifeblood of commerce, bringing with them not just goods, but stories, cultures, and innovations from far-off places. The sight of these vessels docking at ports was a symbol of prosperity and the promise of new opportunities. This constant flow of goods and ideas transformed Italy into a hub of global commerce. The bustling ports were alive with the sounds of merchants haggling, the clinking of coins, and the vibrant chatter of people from different backgrounds. Markets were filled with an array of products, each telling a story of its journey across the seas. The Silk Road, a network of trade routes connecting Europe to Asia, brought immense wealth to Italian merchants. These routes were not just pathways for goods, but also for knowledge and culture. Italian merchants, with their keen business acumen, capitalized on these opportunities, examining and trading goods from Asia with great enthusiasm. These savvy traders sailed the Mediterranean, establishing trading posts and bringing back riches from the east. They navigated through treacherous waters, braving storms and pirates, all in the pursuit of wealth and new markets. Their trading posts became centers of economic activity, bustling with trade and commerce. Cities like Venice and Genoa became incredibly wealthy. Their strategic locations and enterprising citizens turned them into powerhouses of trade. The canals of Venice and the ports of Genoa were filled with ships from all over the world, each contributing to the city's immense prosperity. Think about it. More trade means more money, and more money means more to spend on art, architecture, and learning. The wealth generated from trade was funneled into grand projects, leading to the construction of magnificent buildings and the creation of stunning works of art. This period saw an explosion of creativity and innovation. Funded by the riches of commerce, this newfound wealth wasn't just for kings and queens. It trickled down to merchants, bankers, and even skilled artisans. The economic boom created a ripple effect, benefiting various strata of society. Merchants and bankers thrived, and skilled artisans found ample opportunities to showcase their talents and earn a good living. This rise of a wealthy middle class was something new and exciting. For the first time, a significant portion of the population had disposable income, which they used to improve their living standards. Homes were adorned with beautiful furnishings, and families enjoyed a higher quality of life. It meant more people could afford to commission artists, support scholars, and contribute to the cultural flowering of the time. Artists found patrons among the wealthy middle class, leading to a surge in artistic production. Scholars too benefited from this patronage, as libraries and educational institutions received funding to pursue knowledge and research. Trade wasn't just about goods, it was about the exchange of ideas. Markets and trading posts became melting pots of cultures where people exchanged not only products but also philosophies, scientific knowledge, and artistic techniques. These interactions enriched the cultural fabric of society. As merchants traveled, they brought back knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and navigation from the Islamic world, further fueling the Renaissance thirst for knowledge. The advanced scientific and mathematical concepts from the Islamic world were eagerly adopted and built upon, leading to significant advancements in various fields. Remember, the Renaissance was all about rediscovering the knowledge of the past and using it to build a brighter future. Scholars delved into ancient texts, uncovering forgotten wisdom and applying it to contemporary challenges. This blend of old and new knowledge propelled society forward, laying the groundwork for the modern world we know today. Section 4, the Medici, banking on beauty. Let me introduce you to a family who understood the power of money and its connection to beauty, the Medici of Florence. This powerful family, who started as bankers, became the unofficial rulers of Florence for generations. They used their immense wealth to transform Florence into a showcase of Renaissance art and architecture. Think of them like super-rich art collectors, but on a grand scale. One famous Medici, Lorenzo the Magnificent, was a huge patron of the arts. He understood that investing in artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo was like investing in the soul of the city. Under the Medici, Florence became a magnet for the greatest creative minds of the age. Artists, sculptors, architects, poets, and philosophers flocked to the city, eager to participate in this extraordinary cultural revolution. The Medici weren't just buying pretty pictures, they were shaping the very identity of Florence and leaving an indelible mark on the history of art. The Medici family's story shows us how wealth, wisely used, could fuel the flames of creativity and transform not just a city, but an entire era. Section 5. Humanism. Putting people first. Now let's dive into the heart of the Renaissance humanism. This was a transformative period that reshaped the way people thought about themselves and the world around them. This wasn't just about painting humans, it was a revolutionary new way of seeing the world and our place in it. Humanism emphasized the value and agency of human beings individually and collectively. During the Middle Ages, life was predominantly centered around serving God and the Church. The focus was on the afterlife, and earthly existence was often seen as a mere preparation for the world to come. But with the advent of humanism, the focus shifted dramatically to human potential and achievement. It was a celebration of what humans could accomplish here and now. Humanists believed in the power of human reason, creativity, and the importance of living a full and meaningful life. They argued that individuals should strive to develop their talents and capabilities to the fullest. They studied classical Greek and Roman texts, not just for religious knowledge, but to learn about history, philosophy, and the arts. These ancient works provided a rich source of inspiration and knowledge. Thinkers like Leonardo Bruni and Francesco Petrarch were at the forefront of this movement. They believed in a well-rounded education that included not just religious studies, but also history, literature, philosophy, and even physical education. Imagine that. They saw education as a means to cultivate a virtuous and knowledgeable citizenry. They encouraged people to explore their talents, whether in the arts, sciences, or any other field of interest. This was a time when creativity and innovation were highly valued. They urged individuals to question the world around them, to seek out new knowledge and understanding. This spirit of inquiry led to many groundbreaking discoveries and advancements, and they inspired people to strive for excellence in all things, whether it was in their work, their studies, or their personal lives. The Renaissance was a time of great achievement and progress. This wasn't about rejecting religion, it was about celebrating the amazing potential that God had given to humankind. Humanists believed that by developing their abilities, they were honoring their creator. Humanism was like a breath of fresh air, encouraging people to think for themselves, embrace their individuality, and contribute to the world in their own unique way. It was a movement that empowered individuals and fostered a sense of personal responsibility and agency. The legacy of humanism is still with us today, reminding us of the importance of education, critical thinking, and the pursuit of knowledge. It teaches us to value our own potential and to strive to make a positive impact on the world around us.